This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Welcome back. Now let's see what Kyle and Duane are up to today on Plain Talk.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer with Plain Talk with Duane Alan Toews.
Mr. Bauer,
Yes.
your question of the day. A souter is someone who makes suits. Fact or fiction?
That's a tailor. A suitor is someone that calls on someone for a date. I'm going with fiction.
It is fiction, only because a souter actually makes shoes.
That's a cobbler.
That's what I thought.
That's a cobbler. Where'd you get
However,
those cards?
I got them from...
Dummies R Us?
No.
Yeah, don't give them a free ad. They made you buy it.
I bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. It says a souter. S-O-U-T-E-R.
S-O-U-T-E-R.
Yeah.
I'd have just thought
Suit,
they misspelled it.
Or souter.
And that's, I would have never, I just got lucky,
know.
but it's still a win. Pay me, buddy.
Yeah.
Most patriotic states in the United States. Now, I'll just flat tell you, Kansas and Oklahoma, we're 14 and 15, Nebraska 17. So it doesn't make a lot of difference where you're, out
Right.
here, we're right there together. But my question to you is, what are the things that they measure in order to determine what the most patriotic states are? By the way, the very most patriotic state is Virginia, and Alaska's number 2.
Really?
Now, that might help you a little bit.
Virginia
Alaska.
and Alaska.
And I'll give you number 3, Wyoming. So I don't know if now.
I don't really equate any three
Exactly.
with those three.
It's certainly
I was
not a
going to
geography
go
thing.
with enlistment in armed services.
That is actually, yes, absolutely. Highest average number of military enlistees, number 1 category. I tell you,
Score.
you are much sharper than you look. What else you think?
Thanks.
Okay.
Flag sales? I
Well,
don't know.
that's not a bad one. It's not here, though. Now, I thought this was odd. Most volunteer rate. Just volunteering at places. They consider that
Well, that's
patriotic.
service-minded. I don't know
Yeah.
that I would call it patriotic.
How about the people who voted in the presidential election? They called that a measure of patriotism. It's like, okay. Won't argue with that.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Most veterans per capita.
Which kind of back to...
Yeah, except that it would measure over a longer period of time.
Right.
And also, the veterans would have stayed in the state. You can enlist, and then once
Right.
you see the world, you never come back there again. So it's the veterans. And then the other one that I would scratch my head a little bit, most Peace Corps volunteers.
Really?
Do they still have the Peace Corps?
Actually, yeah.
Now, I could see
don't
international volunteering. I could see mission. Well, mission isn't. That's a church. That's
know. Yeah,
big.
that's not...
So it's...
But I don't see Peace Corps. I mean, that's
you don't
going-
see that as being patriotic?
No, not really. Don't they go out of country?
I think so. I think they do. So I don't know.
If they're out of
Well,
country, that's not really
In fact,
doing anything
this is a great time
for
to
the
talk,
country.
to talk about this is
What's that?
that, you know what? Just because you read the headline,
Doesn't mean it's true.
yeah, and you might ought to read the details behind it and determine whether that guy writing that article is
Really
actually,
knows if his thoughts and ideas line up with yours.
and if they don't line up with yours, he's obviously wrong.
So I Googled souter. I love technology. Scottish, Northern English word. It's a noun for a shoemaker.
Huh.
So
Well,
we might call him a cobbler in the United States.
Yeah, or possibly in Germany or someone like that.
However, if you're Scottish or Northern English, evidently a souter, souter, S-O-O-D-E-R, is the pronunciation guide if you were curious.
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Jamie Bloom, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. See you next week on Farm Factor.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com. As fourth-generation farmers themselves, Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. So when it comes to quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia, call Heinen Brothers Ag today, 800-760-4964.